Hello and welcome back, YouTubers and Mavericks alike. Today we're going to be talking about a few Pokemon things and a little bit of Ask Me Anything. There's not a lot of news for a full What You Missed episode. That'll be for tomorrow, and my computer is still laying in ruins. So we're just going to be discussing a little bit of Pokemon news today. Also, when it rains, it pours, because before recording this episode, the leg on my tripod broke, and I am now using a substitute plushie doll to hold up the leg of the tripod. So, there you go. I'm not an e-bagger or anything, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be shelling a lot of cash out this month to replace things. So, there you go. Have a little mercy on me and give me a like to share my content around. I need some help here, fam. I'm hurting. Anyways, let's jump right into the video. So, one of the biggest things that have come out is the new Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon trailer, kind of. They do Twitter stuff where they put out promo trailers. You guys know that. Basically, they're talking about new trials, Mina's trial, and it's a new trial, and trials are returning. Friends during the island challenges, they talk about how they want you to win and things like that. It seems like a kind of new story. There's going to be more than 400 new Pokemon set to appear within the Ultra Sun and Moon as well, and they showed quite a few of them. But the biggest thing that came out was an all-new Alola Photo Club, along with one other thing. Now, the Alola Photo Club is interesting because you can basically take pictures of anything. Now, a lot of people have been wanting Pokemon Snap to come back, and I don't think they'll ever remake that game. I mean, if they do, it'll probably be many years from now even. So, this is probably the best and closest thing you're going to get to it. But the other big thing that came out was being able to surf from island to island. Now, this reminds me of Pokemon Yellow, and Ultra Sun and Moon being the sequels to Sun and Moon is very similar because, you know, you had originally green and red and then red and blue, so green, red, and blue, and then the sequels to them would have been yellow. And in Pokemon Yellow, there was a Pikachu surfing game that you could play. Now, this is funny because you can surf on top of a Mantine, and you can do stunts and tricks and all kinds of cool stuff, and it looks like there's obstacles in your way too. And this game is going to be coming November 17th, so they're going to be promoting a lot of this stuff over and over again. So you're probably going to see more tweets from the official Pokemon channel, from the official Pokemon Twitter. You're going to see trailers, stuff like that across YouTube, Twitch. You know, these things are going to show up, and they're going to compress them and put them on social media websites. So I'm going to keep a lookout for that and try and deliver the news to you, ladies and gentlemen. But there's one other thing I want to talk about before I jump into the Ask Me Anythings. There is a new Pokemon app that has come out, and this is more for children. Like, I don't specifically ever try to say Pokemon's for kids, but this one really specifically seems like it is. Basically, this app is completely free of charge with no in-app purchases. The app is called Pokemon's Playhouse. It is available for iPhone, iPad, and Android devices. No exclusivity to Apple or Android this time, so that's really nice. And it's pretty cool. It's engaging various activities like grooming a Pokemon, identifying Pokemon among stars in the night sky. People will be able to hatch eggs, adding Pokemon to their collection, and things like that. There's apparently over 50 different Pokemon you can find and interact with. There are various puzzles to complete. I don't know the difficulty of these puzzles, and it does flesh out the backstories of certain Pokemon in their playhouse. You can either feed your Pokemon, take them to the park, a lot of normal things that a lot of applications do these days that are free games, but this does not have any in-app purchases according to this article, so that's very, very important, very cool. There's also a story that came out that if you purchase Gold and Silver, you're going to get bonuses for purchasing them digitally. I mean, there's no physical card game, but I guess this is like a lure to get you to buy the games, because a lot of people like me who grew up in the 90s already had bought the games. This was the second in the series. Of course I bought the games. Why wouldn't I buy the games? Anyways, you get a Celebi, and that's going to be September 22nd, 2017. Psychic Grass type, of course, The ability is Natural Cure again, but it's strange that they have the ability listed here because the Gold and Silver don't have abilities. But the movesets are Heal Bill, Safeguard, Ancient Power, and Future Sight, and you're going to be able to get this at level 30. Now, my question is, would you be able to take this Celebi and do the event in Gold and Silver? Because in the original Gold and Silver games over here in the Americas, not only were you unable to really get Celebi during a legit event, but there was no event with the Celebi in Elix Forest either. So maybe they've added that in, maybe they've allowed you to do something more with Celebi, because it would be crappy just to have that Pokemon, because that's going to basically sweep through the game for you if you're going to use it. And being at level 30, it'd be crappy to not use it. You also get some 3DS themes for Gold and Silver, Ho-Oh in the background and Lugia for Silver, you know, respectively, if you buy Gold and Silver, different versions, and a Gymcast 3DS theme as well. I don't know if you really like these things. I like the way they look, but I don't think I would put them on my 3DS. I'm a pretty vanilla kind of guy when it comes to that stuff. Recently, I did a video on the differences of Gold and Silver in my What You Missed news stories, but I'm going to throw it back up here once again. Be aware of which games you are buying. Again, the differences are minute because this is a more story-based, campaign-based game where you're not going to be building a very supremely competitive team. So if you want a certain Pokemon at a certain level, if you want to get Ho-Oh first, if you want to get Lugia first, if you want a Growlithe versus a Vulpix, or a Meowth versus a Primeape, or whatever, you know, Skarmory in your game, then be aware of the differences in the versions. So, now, we are going to jump into the Ask Me Anything portion of this video, and I'm going to bring up some questions that people have asked me. So, Nathan has asked me, what made you want to make YouTube videos in the first place? I talked about who inspired me to make YouTube videos, and that was the AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd. James Rolfe is a very big hero of mine. He's very good in cinematography. He owns his own website, man. He's doing well for himself. Great inspiration. But what made me want to start doing videos is that I really enjoy reviewing games, and I think there's a lot of games out there that get bad raps, or people don't do a good enough job of reviewing them. This was back in 2006-ish when YouTube first launched, so believe me when I say this, things have changed, but that's what originally got me into making it. And I have literally 7 game review lists where I've done reviews on all sorts of games. Go back and look through them. How I got started was placing a camera on top of candles and pointing it at a big TV and reviewing the games while I played them. Simpler times, but that's exactly what happened. Edgar asks, for one day, what Pokemon would you like to have? Mewtwo, without question. Mewtwo. I mean, if I had Mewtwo for one day, I'd be rolling the world. There'd be no question. Squilliam asks, why did you wait so long to do a face reveal? I never said that the person you're watching was Protomario or me. Ismael asks, what do you think about YouTube's demonetization? I think to fix YouTube's demonetization, it would be pretty simple. All you would have to do is just make an ESRB rating system. Guideline systems like TVs have, like movies have, like video games have. And then if advertisers choose to put their advertisements on mature rated content, then so be it. Nachito vs. Gaming asks, you ever played RuneScape? No, not really. RuneScape wasn't a game that I had around when I was younger. I was pretty poor growing up, so my computer gaming didn't really start until post 1999. Maybe the 2000s, so I missed out on quite a few games, and I lived in the country, and I lived in a small town attached to the country, so internet speeds were dial-up for me until past 2005, believe it or not. Yeah, I definitely grew up without a good internet connection. DuckTales, yes or no? Absolutely love DuckTales. Played the game, play the remakes, love the show. If you haven't seen DuckTales, it's a good time. Check it out. The Sketchy Animator asks, what's your favorite indie game other than Undertale? I absolutely love Risk of Rain. I love Spelunky. I love Undertale, of course. But I love these games not because of their fandoms or their backgrounds or anything like that. I love them because they're good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a really good story with my game. If I could promote any games, Spelunky and Risk of Rain. You got a little bit of cash, go and get it. And Citizens of Earth, which is a spirit successor to Earthbound. I love me some Citizens of Earth, man. That's one of the best games that have come out in the latter years that tries to emulate the Earthbound style. And I'm going to end it on that question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to participate in more Q&As like this, make sure to follow me over on Twitter, and I'll tweet out sometimes, ask me anything, and you could be featured in one of my videos. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably be doing a What You Missed tomorrow. Computer's still sitting there, dying a slow death. We're going to see what we can do with it. I've ordered the parts. Now it's just up to the shipping companies to decide to bring them to my doorstep. I unfortunately live in a location where even if I drive a half an hour out of my way and out of town, I cannot find a PC shop that would have a motherboard or CPU. I even tried harvesting a motherboard and a CPU, but all I can find is form factor PCs and underpowered PCs. I'm not about to pay $400 to $500 for an underpowered PC that I probably wouldn't want to keep as my motherboard and CPU. I think you guys can understand that, so we're just going to have to be patient here. Hope you guys like the new style of videos, and once again, I've been yours, Protomario, and I'm signing out. Or have I? You guys have yourselves a great day, and as always, good gaming, God bless, and thank you for watching.